Hey everyone, a couple of weeks ago I had found a recipe on Pinterest for flourless pancakes. One of my friends and personally sponsored coaches, Amber, actually tried it and kind of perfected it and said, go ahead and try this, this is amazing. I know a lot of people really watch their carbs, and a lot of people are confused about what is a good carb and what is a bad carb. Simple carbs are not good carbs. Complex carbs are good carbs. It kind of seems backwards when you say complex, but anyways, your body needs carbs. There are so many people who cut out carbs, and this is what helps with your energy, supplies you with energy, and gets your brain going. And complex carbs, which are oatmeal, is something that's considered, and this is what we're going to be using in place of flour. This really helps you sustain your energy, and it takes longer to digest than just a simple carb, and it basically slows your digestion down, keeps your energy going, and keeps you full for longer. And with oatmeal, there's other health benefits that I could go on and on about cholesterol and everything. But anyways, you basically replace the flour for the oatmeal. So I'm going to show you how to make these. I have a Ninja that came with like 3 different sizes. This is a small one. The first thing that I'm going to do is take, if you're doing the 21-day fix, this is a good measuring cup for what you should use for carbs. For me, in my diet, based on my size and what weight I want to be at, I would eat 2 of these, and I usually eat all of my carbs before 5. That way, it's just digested and it's not just heavy on my stomach. So if you are eating carbs, pay attention to how many servings you're getting a day, and also make sure that you eat them earlier on the day while you're so active and moving around, not late at night. I know this is hard for some people because we all grew up eating like meat, a starch, and a vegetable at dinner. So anyways, I'm going to take 1 yellow of the quick oats. I wouldn't use steel cut oats because they just don't they don't break down as easy. They're thicker. Then I have the Beachbody vanilla protein powder. I'm going to put 1 scoop in there. And then you find a ripe banana. You don't want to go to the store and buy, bright yellow bananas, because if you've ever eaten a pretty ripe banana with this like brown texture, you're going to find that it's a lot softer. So it's going to be a lot easier to mix up for, to turn into basically pancake batter. Then you use 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I bought this. The brand is Rumford, and it does not have contain any GMOs, and it has reduced sodium, and it's aluminum free. So anyways, I'm going to put a teaspoon in there. And then when we were in Cozumel for the cruise, we bought some of this Mexican vanilla. If you've ever tried it, it's good. It's not the imitation vanilla. I'm just going to put like a little tap in there. I don't measure it, but if you're one of those people who needs to measure everything, I would use half a teaspoon just so you don't overkill it. And then I did the same thing with cinnamon, just tap some in there. Again, if you want to use, if you're really big on measurements and not experimental like myself, then do a half a teaspoon, or to taste, whatever. This lid never goes on. Okay, let me get the top to it. So basically, you have all the ingredients in there, and we blend. All right. So basically, you get it into like a batter, like a consistency like regular pancake batter. It's going to be a little bit thicker. You're going to see texture in it because of the, quick oats. I took a little bit of olive oil and a little bit, like half a teaspoon, and just poured it on a griddle. I heated it up before I started everything. I kept it on a 250, that way it just doesn't burn. Anyways, I'm wiping the olive oil everywhere. That way they don't stick. I have a soup spoon, and I'm going to dump it on the pan. And basically, like a little drop. basically, I just put it on there. It's not like regular pancakes. You know, pancakes or waffles, you put like a little blob and then they just turn into these huge blobs. It actually stays the size. It makes about 3. One thing that I use for syrup is this. It's organic blue agave nectar. It's a replacement for sugar. It tastes honestly like a mixture of like honey or syrup. Which is really great because for people who have diabetes and this is low in the glycemic index, so this isn't going to spike up your blood sugar, and it's just a healthy, natural alternative to it. I use this as flavoring the tea, flavoring, you know, my oat, or sweetening my oatmeal. Let's see what else. Malto meal, and then I just used a little bit of this yesterday on my pancakes. So anyways, this is a great recipe. It's quick. Yesterday I made it after Ryan and Emily had something to eat, and I said, hey, you know, try a bite of this, see if you like it. I really didn't think Ryan would like it, and both of them were like, hey, did you make me some? And I didn't. So anyways, moral of the story with that is that get your family to try things. You'd be surprised at what they like. I hear so many people who say, oh, my kids wouldn't eat that. My husband wouldn't eat that. He'll never do this. They'll never do this. And you never try. You know, my husband grew up eating the same stuff and spent a lot of his time in restaurants instead of eating home-cooked meals. And so there was a lot of things that whenever we started dating 8 years ago that he was like, I don't want to eat it. And I would just do what my parents always made me do. Just try a bite. And then surprisingly, he actually liked it. And we've completely changed his eating habits around. And, you know, now instead of being, you know, overweight, he's actually at a healthy weight for somebody his size. So just try it out and don't hold out for your family, because it is, if you can give them healthy alternatives, it's good. So basically, this is just like a regular pancake. When it gets, you know, golden brown on one side, you flip them. It needs to go a little bit longer. I'm timing this because people always say that, oh, I don't have time to eat. I set everything out on the counter the night before. When I was working full-time and taking 3 kids to 3 different schools and have to be at work, that's what I would do. Shakeology literally takes 2 minutes to make, so I don't understand why everybody says it's so hard to make Shakeology and they forget. Set it out, leave your blender out on the counter like I do. Pour almond milk in, take a cup of fruit, pour it in, take a scoop of Shakeology, hit the blend button. Because right now, these pancakes are almost done. I would say about another minute. And it's been 6 minutes and 42 seconds since I started blending it. And I was talking. If you're making this at home, you're really not going to be instructing people or holding stuff up to the screen. So really, you could make this in, you know, a short amount of time. Because I know lots of people who go through the, you know, drive-through or go walk into the donut shop and get donuts for them or their kids, or a kolache. If you live in Texas, you know what I'm talking about, or maybe other states, but I'd never heard of them. People go to McDonald's. So I know, because I've done this before in the past, that it takes like 20 minutes literally extra to go out of your way to stand in line, to wait for the slow people, to wait for the slow drive-through. So literally, if you could have something healthy, plan ahead. I mean, we work together as a family. Like sometimes I'm getting Rebel ready or Ryan's getting Rebel ready. And I'm like, hey, somebody make my shake or do this or that. As a family, you can work together. If you have older kids, they should be able to help you out too. So, you know, you whip it up, you have them flip it over, or, you know, vice versa. To me, having a healthy family is very important, and having them, instill good, healthy habits for my children are very important. So, anyways, this is almost done. These actually seem to take a lot less time than regular pancakes. I'll flip them over one more time just to make sure. These got pretty crispy. All right, so they look done to me. I'm going to hold them up and show you. So basically, if you're doing 21-day fix, this took about 8 minutes to make. And you have 1 yellow, which is the oatmeal, 1 purple, which is the banana. And then if you use this to sweetener, I would use it, count it as I don't know if I'd count it as a teaspoon. I would just use a minimal amount. And then the protein powder is 1 red. So you get a complex carb, you start your morning off right, and these taste delicious. My daughter Emily said that it kind of tasted to her like a banana bread. I don't know. Anyway, so here it is, 3 of them. So try it.